Hey, welcome to Good Games Tech, and today we're going to be unboxing LG's new 38-inch ultra-wide HDR monitor. Let me start by saying this is the actual monitor I have settled with. And by settled, I mean it has nearly every feature you could possibly want. This is a really balanced monitor. You're going to be able to please a lot of people, designers, gamers. So if you're a combination, you make a few YouTube videos or something like that and play games and use spreadsheets, this could very well be the monitor for you. Firstly, let's just go through what you get in the box. The cables, you get a Thunderbolt cable, a HDMI cable, a DisplayPort cable. Now with the HDMI cable that you get, it's not HDMI 2.1, but that's also because the monitor itself isn't HDMI 2.1 compatible. We'll go over this a bit later in the video. One thing with the cables that I do like is that they're actually white, and I do like this quite a bit. The other thing that comes in the box is the external power supply. For monitors, I usually prefer external power supplies, even though it makes the setup a little bit messier. What's good is, the monitor is generally a bit smaller, slimmer. If there's a fault with the power supply itself, you can repair it. There's a chance that you can actually repair it and it's not going to cost too much. Whereas if you have to replace an internal power supply, it's going to blows out quite a bit more. You get the stand as well, which is actually quite nice and very sturdy. It's got a brushed steel look. It looks really nice, but I do have my monitor mounted on an arm, so it has a Vesa 100mm mount. The curvature of the screen itself is not very aggressive, which personally I prefer. When I'm editing YouTube videos or photos, I much prefer a lower curvature on the screen. There's a pretty good amount of ports that you get in this monitor as well. You get two HDMI 2.0 ports, one 1.4 display port, one USB-C Thunderbolt port, two USB 3.0 Type A ports, and a single headphone port 3.5mm. So that's quite a lot of connectivity. What's great about the USB-C port is that it's capable of delivering 94 watts of power. So you can use this really easy to just dock in your laptop. You could have wireless receivers or your keyboard connected to the monitor itself, and you could basically use it as a dock almost. You can use the built-in speakers of the monitor, or you can use the headphone jack to go out to a couple of desktop speakers. In reality, most people will be connecting this to a PC, very likely using the display port. It's good that it has a Thunderbolt 3 port, so you can use it for video cards in the future, but most likely right now you'll be connecting it via DisplayPort. Thanks so much for watching our video, and we hope you really enjoyed the content. We enjoy making it, and of course, please like and subscribe. It'll mean the world to us. Thanks so much. There's just so much to go over with this monitor though, what you actually get. LG themselves describe this as an all-around workhorse, and marketing always talks things up so much, but I really feel they really nailed it with that one. It's a Nano IPS monitor. It has 144 Hz refresh rate, so it's great for gaming. It's great for productivity because of the resolution. It is ultra wide, but its resolution is 3840 by 1600. And that 1600 gets you that extra height. So it's not a 21:9 aspect ratio. It's actually 21:10. And productivity people know we love that height. Anyone that uses spreadsheets or even editing stuff, that extra height goes a long way. In terms of color accuracy, the monitor is DCI P3 98% color accurate. If you are looking for a super color accurate monitor that's your profession, probably not the monitor for you. But in terms of a monitor that you can actually game on and do color accurate work on, it's probably up there with the best easily. The monitor is actually G-Sync compatible and AMD Free Sync compatible as well. So you've got that covered. The HDR effect you get on this monitor is really good. I've tested it extensively with Tomb Raider, and it looks great. I'm gonna also be testing Cyberpunk shortly, see how that goes. This monitor is actually Vesa Certified HDR 600. There are some lesser monitors that will say they are HDR 600 but aren't Vesa certified, and you will not get the same effectiveness on your HDR. So what are the weak points with the monitor? Well, for one, it would have been nice if it was actually HDR 1000 Vesa certified, but since I'm already turning down the brightness to use it, that's not really the biggest deal breaker. The other place that's probably a disappointment is the HDMI ports. I would have preferred one port that's HDMI 2.1. The new video cards are coming out with HDMI 2.1 ports, and also the new consoles have HDMI 2.1 ports. It would have been great if you could have plugged in your Xbox or your PlayStation and been able to run at 120 FPS. But that said, these aren't very major weaknesses. I would easily recommend this monitor to nearly anyone. I can't see a person coming up to me and asking me, is this the monitor I should get? And actually being able to say, no, it wouldn't fit your requirements. The only other issue I can actually see is actually getting stock of this monitor. Looking around, I couldn't find it from the United States. It's out of stock. In Australia, it's out of stock. So if you manage to actually find one and you want it, I would snap it up straight away, or wait next year, and when they finally come back into stock, pick one up then. And maybe you'll be able to find it on special then. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I'm going to ask again if you could please like and subscribe, and I'll just run off a little bit of Cyberpunk footage here of me creating the character, taking hours to create this guy. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.